Alright guys, hello. This is just our first video talking about our tactical position, right? So this is our formation, 4-4-2 narrow diamond. Instead of playing with wings, right, we play with two center mids on the sides, a center attacking mid, a center defensive mid, two strikers, and the outside backs. As you can see, the outside backs are slightly, higher than the center backs. And that's how we will start playing from now on, especially in games. So the advantage of this formation is the fact that we have four center mids, and that will give us a overload in the midfield, and another tactical advantage, especially if they're playing with three in the middle, right? Usually teams here play in a 4-3-3, right? So we got them crossed. Um, Also, right, besides that, we will have a lot of space in these gaps in the outside, right? So that is something that we have to watch defensively. It's okay though, because if our outside backs step up here, right, then we usually have a 1v1. But if the players in the outside backs, right, let's say outside back or a wing, they start coming this way, I don't want you guys to step in. The person that has to step in first, put pressure, is the striker. If the ball is here, our striker is gonna put pressure here. But this center mid is not gonna step up. Instead, he's gonna delay, meet him here, okay, if he's still running, and the outside back is gonna push up, okay? And that's gonna create an overload. So if he's here, right, with the ball, outside back, center mid, outside back, center back. Okay, so this will be a quick movement. I'm gonna talk about our transitioning when we are attacking with the ball, right? So my center defensive mid is gonna drop in. That will move, slightly the center backs outside, right? I want my center attacking mid to have free roam, right? What does that mean? What does it mean for the number 10 to have free roam? That means that, for example, if he wants to drop in here, he can, right? Then this center mid is going to drop in here. This guy is going to be kind of diagonal, okay? If he wants to stay here, if he wants to play middle and attack this way, then the striker is going to go up here. The center attacking mid is going to come here. He has free roam to do whatever he wants, right? As long as it's productive. For example, also, let's see, the ball is here, and the center attacking mid wants to come receive it. Number 7 pushes out, and he comes to receive this ball. So he has free roam to do whatever he wants. Just be aware of where he stands. Number 10, you have to communicate a lot, right? And then go and move. Just move without the ball, and always show up to receive that ball. Okay? Then my outside backs are gonna act as inverted wingers, okay? And that will push the center mids higher, out wide, okay? I want always one striker to show up and one striker to make the diagonal run across, right? If the ball is here, right, then this guy is showing up here, this guy is showing up here, and this guy is moving out here. This guy not necessarily is going to open wide, right? Only if we have the space for a long ball like this. But it's not going to be very usual, so don't overuse this part, okay? Now, if the ball is here, this guy shows up here, this guy shows up here, this guy makes the run across, okay? And if the number 10 wants to drop in, he can. But if he doesn't, he can just come here and then wait for that ball to come here and a number 11 playing the ball into space. Okay? As we progress with the ball, right? This is not transition. This is going to be a build up, right? So in case we have the possession of the ball, we start, right, taking the ball, progressing. We can move, right? If the ball is on the outside back, he can exploit the space, right? But if the ball is not with him, the ball is, for example, in the center defensive mid, right? That's when we're gonna move in with our outside backs and progress, right? That's when he will drop. He's gonna spread out the center backs. These outside backs are gonna act inside now. It's gonna push up. There you go. Now basically we have a 3-5-2. Oh, sorry, there's two balls. It will become basically a 3-5-2. Okay, so it's a transition from a 4-4-2 diamond into a 3-5-2 in possession. Okay, this is only when we are in possession of the ball, trying to build up rather than steal the ball and then act in transition. Okay, so make sure that, of course, our center, this are the center defensive mid technically, but they are the outside backs. Make sure that you're not going too high. I don't want to see you here. That's not good. So just make sure that one is a bit higher than the other, and then let these people here do their work, right? If you want to drop back and find the ball into space, no big deal. Act as a deep playing role maker, but don't go up high, okay? And that's how we are gonna look in possession with the ball. Talking defensively, right? So let's say we just lost the ball, right? For example, we played this ball through. We thought our striker was gonna get it, but he didn't. Okay, so now the ball is here. I want to apply 6 seconds of pressure. Okay, so starting at this point, I want everybody to go high. Close this guy, close this guy. This guy is gonna try to prevent this ball from coming to the keeper. We're gonna push up here, we're gonna push up here, we're gonna push up here. If they drop down, you're gonna push up and step up on them. Okay? If the ball and he turns here, right? This has to be intense pressure, right? Because like this. Because if you can get this ball, you're very close to the goal already. This is kind of like a high pressure. So it will be individual marking, closing the line of pass. So you want to close this guy's line of pass, shut down of the keeper, okay, trying to intercept that ball backwards, and then closing here everybody the passing option, okay. So when the other team is building up, it's not transition, right, and the 6 seconds of pressure don't work, that's when we compact ourselves and low block it, okay. So the number 5 is gonna drop there, number 6 and number 2, right, the outside backs are gonna step in a bit, number 8, so our CMs are gonna drop, our center attacking mid is gonna drop, and then what's gonna happen? If the ball is on this side, number 11 is gonna apply a little bit of pressure, right, just so they don't build up. In the meantime, we can drop back, and the number 9 is gonna drop. So the opposite striker from the ball drops. So now if the ball is on this side, the number 9 pressures and the number 11 drops. Okay, so it would act like this, right? Center defensive mid, outside backs, center mids, center attacking mid. It can be a little bit higher, right? Depends on how their other center mids are, and then so it will be like this. Okay, we're gonna transition into a low block, right? Compact. This has to be a small space horizontally also. Okay, so we have to be vertically and horizontally. Sorry, this is supposed to be an H. Horizontally compact. Okay, that way, right? What's gonna probably happen? Their outside backs is gonna come out this way. The wings are gonna come inside. But then we have the compact low block, right? So then the 9 would drop out here, the 7 would drop here, and probably, close the line of passing again. Number 10, number 5. Now we have advantage, okay? And then the outside here, just looking at the long through ball into those spaces here, If they try to play this ball across, I expect my 10 to come and intercept that ball. Okay, so we are transitioning to a 5-4-1 when we are in non-possession and the 6 seconds of pressure doesn't work. And then one last thing that I forgot to say, when the ball is on the keeper, right, and they want to play that ball out, what most likely will happen is that they'll play their center backs or the outside back, correct? If they play the outside back, they are going to have all the space to come and run inwards, okay? So when the ball, when it's played, don't pressure. Don't pressure, okay? Instead, just close the line of pass, okay? Let them come, right? Just kind of drop down and see what they're going to do, okay? Close out the passing options, but don't apply pressure so high here. For example, they play here, and then you already pressure high, right? Why? Because if they play this ball here, then they play this ball here, and now we lost 3 players, because 3 of those players are not going to be able to keep up with that run, right? Because they pushed too high. So rather than pushing high, just let them come, drop down, it's okay. And then once it's a trigger, that's when we put the pressure and then close, the line of pass. All right, thank you.